Cow poop, potentially coming to a house near you. Autonomous robots doing all the soil sampling. Is that the future? And the English language apparently not as hard to spell as it once was. That and whatever else we can't predict in this Friday on the Fly. Welcome. It is Friday, and I'm sitting here, Matthew Bain, with...
Tyler Wilson here, Matthew. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Tomas. So we have some interesting stuff for everybody, as you could tell from that opening. Starting off with, of course, the most important, cow poop. Tomas, what are we looking at here?
Yeah, there's an article on AgWeb, powered by Farm Journal here from May 29th. A Maine company wants to turn cow poo, this is the title of the article, it has cow poo in the title, into gas to
Can't
heat,
say poop, by the way.
to heat homes.
It has to be poo.
Cow poo.
Yes.
It's converting animal waste into energy. It's something that's been talked about for a long time. We've been doing it for a long time, and a Maine company here is received some money to not receive money. They're spending money.
They're planning
$20
to
million.
invest,
It looks
right?
like.
Planning to invest $20 million in this. Do you think this will make the Ocasio-Cortezes of the world happy? The ones who want to slaughter all the calves because they have too much methane build up, causing the climate to...
Maybe we can bridge the gap there,
right.
Between some different party lines. And yes, we produce methane, but can we turn that methane into something usable?
Can we talk about something usable and useful, rather than talking about eliminating all the calves in the world? Anyway, not to go down a trail here.
I'm going to say that we'd have an uprising if beef was not available. My freezer's packed full of beef. I enjoy beef.
Right, there would be
I know I'm not alone out there. There's plenty of other people that enjoy a nice steak.
Yes. Anyway, I've diverted from our main topic here. $20 million, though, investing in renewable natural gas project, which, as we've been saying, includes is focused upon really the poop to gas. That's a quote here. Poop to gas renewable energy project. So taking dairy cows up in Maine and using every bit of them, evidently. So we wanted to tie this in, though, right, Tomas, to another company that's really already doing the same kind of thing.
Yeah, the company in the article is a natural gas distribution company, so it's for their own benefit to do that. It's fun. They're finding a new way to resource gas they can sell to consumers. But here locally, we have a company, a farm actually.
Is this local? I didn't realize
Northwest
it was
Indiana. Yeah, it's Reynolds, Indiana.
Oh, well, how about that?
Yeah,
I didn't realize.
Biotown Ag, and a lot of you maybe who are listening are familiar with Biotown Ag. It's
shout out to
right
Biotown Ag.
Right off of U.S. Highway 421 in Reynolds, White County, Indiana, and they have quite the operation up there. They do all kinds of different things. Check out their website, biotownag.com. The vision of the company is, mankind has potential to improve the way in which we produce food, fuel, and fiber, and I've had the opportunity to visit with and work with a couple of people that have spent some time there, and a lot of different projects go on at this farm. They're very visionary, very, very much thinking about the future, being proactive, and they have one of these anaerobic digesters where they use the manure from the animals that they produce on the farm to produce power for the grid, to use the solids for different things. They use the water for irrigation, for plant growth. They do some of the solids go to bedding for the cattle. So it's all kind of this cycle to reuse everything. I think that's the big,
which really
ties
into what we talked about last week, right? With the floating the harbor of cows, basically,
right?
Where they're actually self-sustaining that project. It seems like kind of in the same way. So
we're always trying to be more efficient with whatever we have, whatever we're given, and think of creative ways to do things differently. Don't just get stuck in the norm and think outside the box. So
yep. And so just a few more descriptors here from that website of Biotown Ag. Now, again, these are two different things, so we brought up two different things here, but along the same general topic. Biotown Ag is not the one up in Maine. It's here in Indiana. And it says that in their operations, the digester that they use, the manure and other organic byproducts from industrial companies are cooked, quote unquote, to produce methane gas and other solid materials. The generators use the methane gas to produce electricity that goes on the grid, like Tyler said there a minute ago. And liquid organic fertilizer from the digester gets applied to farm fields. It replenishes the micronutrients that are not available in the commercial NPK fertilizer. So it does all sorts of things. There's more in that list there that you could read about if you do go to biotownag.com. So.
Yeah, and I think it's important, when Matt and I are looking at things for topics for our little discussion here this morning, we keep coming across innovative things. What is the future? What's next? What keeps coming down the pipeline? And I think there are a lot of companies right now, even going back to our very first discussion when we talked about IBM and their partnership.
Right.
There's a lot of money right now going into research in agriculture, and it could be on the livestock side, it could be on the technology side, it could be on the poo side.
Yep.
It's very vast, I guess, and all these ties to agriculture.
Yeah, it's really interesting. A lot of money being put forth, a lot of intellectual powers, I guess you could say, being put forth as well. So yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot out there. I think we've talked about that on the Maine Plow Talk episodes. There's so much going on out there. This isn't necessarily something that a farmer needs to sit down and think about, are they going to invest in? But there are other technologies that, it can become overwhelming, with how much is really going on out there. So it's going to be interesting to see over the next decade. I would predict it'll be the next decade, but I don't know, to see the dust settle per se. Kind of like with computers nowadays, you have your main companies you go to. Although I will say that within the processing world, there's actually a little shift happening between Intel and a company called AMD. But nonetheless, who you're going to, right? For computers, for the most part, you have your main guys. So it'll be interesting to see who those main players are in the years to come, who have survived kind of the rumble of ag technology.
Yeah, and I think as that dust settles, we'll create more dust over here with something else, and it's all just kind of a shift. I use the metaphor of a pendulum. We shift all the way to one side, and then we have to bring it back down.
Right.
And we probably will go to the other side, and eventually we'll find our way to the middle.
Getting some balance will be important.
Yes,
for sure.
Absolutely.